In the K-pop industry, the 6-year mark operates as a ruthless filter. By this point, a group will typically either burn out entirely or figure out how to aggressively reinvent themselves for a second act. That brings us to the group Treasure. 6 years into their career, they arrived exactly at this high-pressure crossroads. Up to this point, they had built a massive following on a highly reliable formula. They delivered consistently bright pop and retro pop melodies, anchoring their brand with hits like Last Night and Yellow. But expanding their reach into true global dominance posed a distinct problem. The safe playbook that built their initial fan base lacked the friction required to break into entirely new international markets. Tearing up a proven formula is an immense financial gamble. In this ecosystem, though, maintaining the status quo is the only guaranteed way to quietly fade into obsolescence. The mechanics of a hard pivot like this are drafted at the boardroom level. For their 4th mini-album, titled New Wave, the executive strategy was ruthless. They decided to drop their bright, pop-friendly aesthetic entirely. Step 1 of this overhaul meant diving straight into the heavy, unfiltered hip-hop roots that originally built their label, YG Entertainment. Step 2 was a direct play for a wider demographic. They chose to release the album's lead single, IF, entirely in English. Fusing an abrasive agency legacy with an untested language format stripped away the group's safety nets. The resulting product would either solidify their second chapter or stall their momentum completely. What emerged from the mixing console was built around a minimalistic beat, heavily layered over the aggressive rage subgenre of hip-hop. The writing turned inward to match the dark production. The lyrics focus entirely on a psychological battle, exploring the concept of an alter ego through the recurring line, "Me versus me every day." The vibrant color palettes of their earlier eras vanished. In their place came a stark, monochromatic visual style, complete with lip rings, icy contacts, and a highly unpolished edge. This abrasive turn caused immediate friction upon release. Several critics pushed back, dismissing the heavy sound as a generic reversion to older company tropes, rather than a genuine evolution. But the target audience disagreed. Global fans instantly latched on to this raw, unrestrained display of confidence. The energy of the track translated seamlessly to movement. The song's point choreography, a rhythmic, synchronized arm motion dubbed the Penguin Dance, caught fire across global social media platforms. The sharp split between critical hesitation and fan obsession proved the rebrand was working. The alter ego identity cut through the daily noise of the industry, and it forced a visceral reaction. This chart visualizes the immediate commercial validation. On release day, physical sales for New Wave rocketed to 592,000 units. Tracking cumulative data through the first week, momentum surged past the 1 million mark, instantly securing million-seller status. Digital metrics show the same velocity. The If I video hit 50 million views in 6 days, crossing the 100 million threshold in 11 days and 22 hours, making it 2026's fastest K-pop video to reach that milestone. Those abstract digital numbers quickly translated into physical reality, packing massive stadiums and cementing the group as a heavy-hitting global touring act. The pivot offered a clear case study. Leaning into your hardest corporate DNA and packaging it inside a global language rollout creates a highly viable blueprint for a second act. Surviving the 6-year pressure cooker didn't require abandoning who they were. It just required letting their most aggressive alter ego take the wheel.